Le bang bang. I'm dead.
Hey there, welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits, coming to you from the Recycle Garage in, I can't even think of it anymore. Yeah. Not sunny Santa Cruz, California.
No.
Not sunny.
I'm still wet. Soupy Santa Cruz.
In wet underwear, Santa Cruz,
Wet
California.
on the outside.
Hey everyone, this is Liza, and it's a good thing that it's raining, because we needed it. But
dumping snow too,
damn.
like 4 feet up in the Sierras.
Dang, there's a lot of rain. But you know what? It doesn't stop people from coming out, and we got a room full of people here.
We do.
Mm-hmm. I'm fascinated.
It's a COVID party.
It is a COVID
We're
party.
It's a super spreader party.
We're coughing right into each other's mouths.
Let's get to who is here in the garage with us. Let's see, over by the door, it's Douglas.
Teaming with a demon.
What?
Huh?
Some people like cucumbers pickled. Huh?
I have no idea. It's good. Also joining us is Raymond.
Hey guys, it's Ray Ray.
Also joining us, running the board once again, it's Stumpy John.
Coming to you with a hearty ho ho ho.
Is it thick and hearty?
Who are you calling a
It just
hoe?
sounds creepy when he says it.
It does. It's
Will
like
you-
a. It's
will
like
you
a
please be my ho.
Should be
There's
perfect,
like a
John.
brooding malevolence to it.
Of course, and that is the dulcet tones of Miss Emma.
Aloha, darlings.
Aloha.
Aloha. I'm very moist.
Hey, that goes with my ho ho. For show.
Ding dong.
You
Word.
Twinkie.
Also on the classy girl couch, it's Knock.
What's up, Bing Bongs? How y'all doing? I came back-ish. I never disappeared, hoes.
He's the most racist person.
Oh, by far.
I get blamed for it all the time. It's really Knock.
Nice. More bigoted. More bigoted. Not so much racist.
You're more bigoted. I'm more racist. Is that how that works? That's not true.
Oh, my word. Also joining us,
Not in
it's
public, anyways.
Naked Jim.
Hey, yeah, enjoying the rain.
Did you come here in a fancy rain suit?
I did my zip-up garbage bag from Built. Best
yeah.
$45 you can ever spend. It's a,
Hell yeah.
It's a onesie, non-breathable, chemical plastic rain suit. That's great. You step right into it. Yeah.
Hey, man, it works. Let's see. Usually I get Raymond's man show, but tonight it's Craig.
Yeah.
You get the man show.
Yeah, he's giving me the
Yeah, I
man
know he's
show.
giving the
I
spread.
got a bunch of man shows here.
I am the
They're all
spreader.
aimed at you. Every single
It just creates so many questions, but we'll keep moving on. The familiar voice, maybe you haven't heard this in a while. It's Henry.
Hi.
He's always turning on the charm for us.
He's the good-looking Asian.
Yeah, that is, the exotic. Oh, but we're not done there, because we also have joining us on Zoom, everybody's favorite ginger, it's Bagel.
The answer is N+1.
Oh, no. What do you have? Wait,
Boy, what did you
what do
get
you
this
have?
time?
Oh, he's been buying again. I know he
Yes.
has.
This
Gotta see
is
it.
a very special scooter. This is what I believe is the Vespa, or not Vespa, Bajaj Chetak 4-stroke pre-production model number 1.
Whoa.
Wow.
Found in the attic of San Francisco Scooter Center, which I picked up on my way home from Santa Cruz last week.
Damn.
Oh, fantastic.
You're stoked.
No, we
Number one.
don't have a
Yes.
picture right now, but I want to see this thing.
Oh, you can't see me.
No, we can't see you. You look, unless you are masquerading as a blue screen, darling.
Describe the model again.
I can see you, Bagel.
Okay, cool. So this is a Bajaj Chetak, the Bajaj Chetak 4-stroke. This is the first pre-production model that was brought into the U.S. for exhibition purposes only.
Whoa.
And
Well, you're an exhibitionist.
Well, this bike has been sitting and gathering dust for many years. And Barry is at Scooter Center basically gave it to me. It's been picked clean. There's a lot of parts missing off of it, but it is VIN number 000001.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Gave it to you
Yeah.
doesn't mean you stole it, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. He gave it to me fair and square.
So what year
helped
was
him get
this?
it out and bring it down.
Wow.
And, this was made around. I don't know exactly when, but my best guess is this was produced in 2000.
Damn.
It has casting markings that say 98, 99, and 2000. So that's my best guess is that it was assembled sometime that year and shipped over to the U.S. for basically setting it around to get people's reaction to it before they went into full production with a fully homologated U.S. version.
And did they ever do that?
Yes. Yep. Those are the Bajaj 4-strokes that were sold for about 8 years or so, I think.
That's
6 years or so, I think.
It's got the motor in there and everything. It's just that the badge has been debadged. I see that there's just holes in the frame and.
Right. Well, it had a horn casting sort of plastic cover over the front before. So that part is missing. The horn itself is missing. The headlight's missing. This isn't the original cover on the headset. The levers are gone. Some of the wiring's been cut. Seats missing. Rear rack and spare tire is missing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, there's a lot of parts that have been picked off of it over the years, but the engine is all there. It should run, and it has a lot of little differences between that and the production model, which is very interesting to see.
And also joining us is Breaking Away Matt.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
Those are 2 pillows.
Breaking the wind.
Yeah, sorry to cut you short, Bagel, but we still had more introductions.
No worries.
And we have some more Misfits showing up. I think a lot of this is kind of carried over the excitement from last week.
Yeah, wasn't it great?
Well, ask people who were in the audience. Raymond,
It was great.
did you have fun?
Awesome. Oh, yeah. It was a blast.
I get to call you the big gay in public. It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, so
That was a bold comment.
It's true. It's like she's tall, man. She's got a 10-inch reach advantage on most people. It's true.
Charley, you're joining us? Just you? Yeah. Great. Come on in. Take the center seat. What?
Is Micah still in Hawaii?
And
No, she's not.
Charley, you're here.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. It's wet outside.
Yeah, we fessed up. this whole sunny Santa Cruz thing is just
No, it's sunny. It's sunny. Wink, wink.
Hey,
It
was
it's
sunny.
up above the clouds.
It was sunny for part of today.
That's true.
Yeah, it was
when
nice.
Doug showed up to be the only one to actually do any work today.
Yep. Fuck y'all.
Did you paint the other side of the
I
frame?
showed up and it was story time.
I found some bolts.
Yeah, Knock
Yeah.
was digging through the drawers like a little squirrel.
I know. And there was a squirrel today too.
Literal squirrel.
Squirrel kept trying to come in the garage. We were throwing beer nuts at it. Didn't work.
Yeah, he showed up like every 5 minutes.
I know.
Well, how's that going to discourage him?
I know if you're throwing beer nuts
no.
at him, he's like, I'm going to
Then the cat showed up.
Oh.
Yeah, the cat showed up, and then it got exciting because we couldn't get the two close enough together. Yeah, but we tried.
You're trying to start like a fucking fight?
We were
Yeah,
trying
basically.
to do something.
Yeah, it's a rainy day. We got to have some sort of excitement.
Not a monkey knife fight, but that's okay.
But I want to give a big thanks to everybody who showed up last week to our 500th episode Extravaganza. We had a great time.
Stumpy stand people, yay.
Yeah.
Stump showed up.
Oh, you know what? And that was the thing. What do you do when you have a group of people and it's raining? And it was raining for a lot of time. Charley, thank you for taking care of everyone on Friday. We just kind of threw together an impromptu ride.
All 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but you did all the things. You took them through the Santa Cruz Mountains, got some Corralitas sausage,
Yeah.
I saw those photos. This is good, man.
did some dirt up on
Summit.
Road, and then made it down to Emma's shop to visit her.
Yep.
It was a little bit of a fantasy camp.
Yeah, they had a good time. No one dropped their bike.
Drop my bike.
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Puppy.
And I am never happier than when I'm hosting guests at Mototown. And the one person here who hasn't been is Raymond.
Oh,
Yeah, what the fuck?
I know. I'll be lashed after the end of the show.
yeah. So Friday, did a ride, and then we met for dinner. Where did we go Friday?
Taqueria.
The taqueria. Oh, yes.
Was that tequila slushy night?
Tequila, tacos and tequila.
Shit was good.
Dude, those guys hooked us up with that space.
Yeah,
man.
big
That was
thanks
very
to
cool
the
of them.
taqueria next door and Alex, who owns it, our neighbor.
What's the name of the taqueria?
De la Hacienda. De la Ha, as we like to refer to it.
We took over the patio, and even after they closed, they just let us stay there and hang out. And then Alex was making drinks and bringing them over, which they can't sell from the taqueria, but his house is next door, so he was making drinks. And we had a good old time, so big thanks.
Well, he was just giving drinks to his friends, which is completely legal. There's no money involved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so if
That's
you guys
awesome.
come down and visit the garage, grab a couple tacos, and help
great
the
food.
community.
Yeah, and Phil came in and joined us.
Yes.
Shout out to Phil from Cleveland Moto. He is always fun. So you throw him into any environment and he'll just wind him up and let him go. Basically, is how that works. And then Saturday, it was raining, and Jim and Matt were scheduled to take everyone for a ride through the hills. And to your credit, you guys showed up and you were ready. But at one point, Jim had said, "It's really going to be raining. I'm not. I don't think we should. We should do the ride. Maybe we should cancel it." And I'm like, "We can't. There's so many people commenting on how badass we are for hosting a ride in the rain."
So we did a ride in the rain.
Right. So
it was interesting.
Well, and here's what backfired. I said, "All right, here's my plan, Jim. We're going to try and deter them. We're going to try and make a better offer, see if they want to do something else." So I said, I'm going to send Emma and Phil down to the arcade at the boardwalk, which is always fun to play, and see if they'd rather go there instead.
Because, the arcade's inside, and they got plenty of, they got laser tag and motorcycle riding
racing.
games. Yeah,
Food and beer.
Yeah, skee ball. And so everyone showed up, like a bunch of people showed up for the ride in the morning. I'm like, well, so you can go for a ride, or let's go down to the boardwalk and play, right? We'd rather do the ride. I'm like, okay, Jim, I got a backup plan. So I announced to the group, hey guys, since it's raining, it's not really a good idea to go up into the hills where it's wet leaves and stuff. So we're going to make it a shorter ride around town, but we think this is a great opportunity for a naked ride. And their response?
It was mixed. It was
Cool.
mixed.
All right.
People were cool. Some people like, if it's naked, I'm not doing it. Because it was kind of cool and rainy. I mean, it was not the best. It was good naked ride weather, but not impromptu for some people.
So then I was like, well, shit, they're doing a ride. So thank you to Matt and Jim for taking people around and showing them a good time. There were people who were disappointed it wasn't actually a naked ride.
Yeah.
I was not one of them.
Yeah.
My question to you, though, Matt, is the naked ride, the official sanctioned naked ride, is coming up in mid-January. Will you be joining us?
What date is that? I think I'm out of town that day.
19.
You're washing your hair that day. Oh, boo. No, don't tell him, Doug. Don't tell him.
Okay.
Jim's giving me hand signals over there.
Yeah. That's all right. Just say yes. Just give in.
Matt, are you going to be here on Saturday the 14th?
I will.
That's too bad because I think it's 21st, isn't it?
That's right.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, yeah, I'm out of town that one.
Oh, dear. Oh, boo.
Yeah. So.
It ended up being a fun ride, though.
Yeah, so you want to give a little briefing on that?
It was the classic Westcliff ride. So, and I think it was the right decision. Not that, I mean, all of us ride in the rain. It's not that big of a deal. But with the rain that we got, especially the afternoon, if you remember, it dumped that afternoon when we'd been coming down. There's always going to be things on the road like mud and leaves and maybe limbs. That it really doesn't matter how good you are. You're going to be proper funked. You come around a turn at 35 and there's mud across the road.
And overturned cars.
Carnage. So it's just,
season,
it's like people are out here to have a good time. So I think we could have done it, but do you really want to do it?
Well,
so we did a Westcliff ride. It was great.
And it seems that lately in California, you get the storm come in and it's always accompanied by high winds. So there's always like branches and God knows what in the road.
Things.
So yeah, things.
Yeah, so we went down to Natural Bridges, had a group picture, hung out for like 20 minutes, and then went to the Wrigley building and saw what was in there. It was kind of a good detour.
That's our little ace up the sleeve. I took Phil there to kill time the day before, and that's what made me think about it. Yeah. It's just a mixed-use building in town that used to be a factory.
Yeah, the old gum factory.
Yeah, that's now a bunch of things, art galleries and maker spaces and e-bikes and just all these different people using it. But William Al, the owner, and he's been a guest on our show before, he has his collection of really, I think they're all Italian bikes.
He loves Italian bikes, but he likes the really obscure stuff.
But he had a bike there that Phil was very interested in. Bagel, do you know what that is?
I forget which one. He posted several of them, but I know there were a number of Guzzis that were in there.
No,
or was it the Laverda?
No, this one is in your camp.
The scooter.
Oh, the Lambretta.
Apparently, it's a Vietnamese copy.
No, it's not a copy. It's probably an original Italian Lambretta that went to Vietnam and got bodged up a bit. Now, I will say though, this looked like a better one than a lot of ones that I've seen that got that same treatment. And on the outside, it looks very, very pretty, but usually the ugly parts are hidden on the inside.
Yeah, so they're just laying around.
What was cool is I saw Henry nerding out on all the Moto Guzzi stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are some cool bikes there. Oh, Henry could speak to it more than I think any of us.
Well, there were some really cool bikes I never thought I would see in person, like a Moto Guzzi MGS01, which I think is one of the prettiest bikes ever made. And
is it an up the butt bike?
That is an up the butt bike.
Nice.
So there's some pretty rare cool Guzzis in the building. So I was having a good time there.
And I think he's got a couple of Magnis in there as well from Guzzi. So he's got some very, very rare bikes.
Yeah, but do you know what his track bike is?
Tell me.
It's an RC390, isn't it?
Yeah, KTM 390.
Wow, well.
Exactly. So yeah, from there.
So it was a great ride. So we checked out the Wrigley building. It was raining, of course, and the farmer's market was going on. So we had everybody parked on the street. It was pretty cool, though, having like 20 bikes lined up on the curb. And
it's a good sight.
Everybody's watching. You're like, oh, my gosh. And so it was fun. It was a nice chance just to walk around with people and chat and kind of, just show off part of the town. And it is kind of a neat thing. And then, hop back on the bikes, back down West Cliff. I mean, it's just like, it was kind of cool, I think, because we talk about our little West Cliff rides, and they got to experience like a legit West Cliff ride. So went down, so Natural Bridges, Wrigley building, and then just rolled back into the garage.
And for anyone who doesn't know what a West Cliff is.
Sorry about that. West Cliff Drive.
It's a cliff on the west.
Runs along the west side of Santa Cruz along a cliff. So there's houses on one side and parks. And on the left side, well, depending on which side you're going, on the west side is Pacific Ocean. And it's beautiful. But it's
cliff.
Yeah, cliff. And but it's usually a slow ride, 15 to 20 miles an hour, because people are out sightseeing, which is just fine. Because that's the whole idea, is just cruise and check it out. Yeah, Google Maps, West Cliff.
And then you brought everyone back to the boardwalk.
Well, we actually circled around the boardwalk trying to find free parking. And boardwalk can be a popular place on rainy days because on the inside they have a huge arcade. Really a fun place. If you're ever thinking about a place to visit, the boardwalk alone is really cool. But I couldn't find free parking, so just looped back around to the garage. And then people kind of just did their thing from there.
Yeah, and that's where I had been down there with Emma and Phil and playing with people who came early.
Big group down there, like you said.
I know. And then I took off as you brought everyone so that John and I could go start setting up. Charley, a bunch of people came and helped set up. But then Emma, you and Phil were entertaining people.
Yeah.
You guys were playing the games.
Playing the games, doing the laser tag, doing the motorcycle stuff. And just, hanging out. People just enjoy hanging out. If you hang out with motorbike people, it's easy company because you immediately have something in common. We have this love of motorcycles in common. So conversation never drags. And it was just a really, really good time. And somebody brought a child. Whenever they have a child, it's always good fun. And she was great. She was 13 and full of life.
When we did the West Cliff ride, I don't know if you led both ways, did you? on the way back, because she was on the back of your bike on the West Cliff ride.
Oh, yeah, this was it. Yes.
Sunday.
And when you guys were leading the ride, I mean, she, I think, was just in high heaven. Like, you guys leading a group of like 20 motorcycles down West Cliff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, just skipping ahead real quick. Shout out to Ryan. JR brought his granddaughter Ryan. He's like, is this going to be okay to bring a kid? I'm like, sure. Cut to Sunday. He needs to go buy a tire, and he leaves her with us. Within minutes, I had her in a GIMP mask. And I got photos, and I was going, Grandpa's in trouble. So, yeah, Saturday. Oh, and Phil and I got into a hot competition down at the boardwalk.
Skee-ball?
Yeah.
Did I miss this?
Yeah, you missed this.
Pinball?
This is Jim.
Oh, it was eating.
Jim, you know.
It has to be eating.
No, Jim, you know.
little-
I mean,
the
people
little
from here
pirate
know. No, it was the carousel.
Oh, that's the best. I love that carousel. Yeah.
And
carousel's
people
bomb.
know because
It
this
was- I
is
didn't
one of the
know it
few
was
carousels
operating.
that you grab the ring, and as you're going around, you have to try and throw it at this wall that has a clown, and it has this the clown's mouth, which is maybe like 6 inches wide. And if you get it in there, it lights up and goes bing, bing or something. What's it go?
Goes bing bang.
Yeah, there it is. And so it's
was dim
hard.
sum.
It's not easy. Phil and I both got the ring in once.
Did you really?
So we were tied.
That's awesome.
But
Not
then
easy.
I noticed that there was still a ring in the dispenser after it stopped. So I jumped off, grabbed one, and threw it and made it in. So technically I won.
Even that's hard to do. Congratulations. Good chucking.
So I got two.
You can't run into the end zone after the game and be like, yeah, won, motherfuckers.
Technically I won.
Well, but does the game end if it ties?
No, so that's kind of fun. Even for adults, something like the carousel is still fun.
The carousel is fun.
Yeah. But then a bunch of us were all setting up. And then, Emma, you continued entertaining people.
Yes.
You took them to the next stop.
Yes. Which was Abbott Square.
Yes.
And Abbott Square is an interesting place. It's one of these spaces in Santa Cruz. It's kind of reclaimed. I mean, I don't know what it was back in the old days.
Yeah, so this is another...
It's the Cooper House.
Yeah, it was part of
destroyed in the
earthquake.
Yeah.
But basically, you've got this square, and there's all kinds of restaurants and pubs around the periphery of
It's
it.
a courtyard between
It's a
buildings.
courtyard, and they've got sort of tents in the middle and heaters, so you can sort of sit in these open-air bars or sit outside. And there was quite a group down there.
On the ground floor, they've opened up all these food kiosks. It's like artisan food kiosks.
Well, it's right next to the History Museum. I mean,
yeah,
the
it's
art
part of the
museum.
museum. And so it's just a place you can go, and they have drinks and food and all different types of options and stuff like that. And then you can sit out in the courtyard or inside. And it's only a block away from the theater.
Right, exactly.
So that was the pre-party.
And the object being, it was keep people away from the theatre while you were setting up.
Yes. Yeah, and again, big thanks to everyone who came early to help. I severely underestimated how much help we would need, because at first it was just going to be John and I. We'll get the tech stuff set up, and then his wife will set up the food. No, like
There was so much to set up.
there was like 12 of us, and we were scrambling to get everything done.
People started showing up, and we're like, oh, fuck.
Put them to work. Put them to work. Yeah, so then you kept the party going over there,
Right.
and then brought everyone over to the theater for the show, which I think went off pretty well.
Everything went without a hitch. And I think that's more of a reflection on the quality of our guests as opposed to the quality of us. You know, we can be quite well organized, but we can also be a complete rabble.
Yeah, and that's where Jim uses his line.
My finger smells like butt. What line? We're motorcycles and misfits, not motorcycles and people that have our shit together.
Yeah, exactly. That needs to be a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the show went off. Again, pouring rain. So, sorry to those who weren't able to venture down. I know there were people up in the Bay Area and stuff didn't come, but still, we had a really amazingly good turnout considering the pouring rain. And I think everybody had a fun time. Emma, you gave away things.
I gave away many things.
Yeah, and here's, for those of you in the audience who may not have known, I needed to pee so bad. I was in turmoil. I noticed other people were like getting up and running away, but I'm like, oh, I need to be so bad. And I got a text on my phone. I just happened to look down because I was checking the time, and it said, "Help! We're trying to get in, and and the door is locked." So I'm like, I need to run out to the lobby real quick. Is my excuse.
I was wondering why you had to do that. And then,
I ran out to the lobby. I literally just thrust open the door and said, "Can't talk now." Ran into the ladies' room. I didn't even close the stall door. I just went in there. Okay, great. Come back. And then also, here's the other behind-the-scenes secret that nobody but Knock knows. Knock had a job to do.
Did I do it?
He didn't do.
What did I do? Oh, shit. What did not do?
Right before you were to come on stage, you were supposed to turn on the wireless mic that was out in the audience for the audience to talk.
One fucking
So that was my
job,
other
man.
subtle thing is while I'm coming back in, I can casually turn on the wireless mic and start talking so I could check it to make sure we're good. That was all subtle.
And that's why you're Liza Miller. You got
So-
the bases covered, yo.
Yeah, so that was fun. And in the meantime, as I run out, I'm like, Emma, give stuff away. I know I can rely on her to entertain.
Yeah, so we gave lots of stuff away, lots of swag. And we had a lot of little competitions, and I can't remember who it was. Was it JR who did a wonderful impression of me? I think it was somebody.
Give it to Beans, darling!
Give it the beans, darling. No, it was absolutely fabulous. It was like
Hold on.
it was like listening to myself in a mirror.
I want to hear Raymond. His come on, best Emma. Come on, Ray. Give us your best Emma.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I already have an accent. Oh, hello, darling.
You see, I have always
I should have won.
maintained that Raymond sounds like a Bond villain. He's got that perfect Bond villain accent.
Nice. So we finished the show.
Yes.
Everything went mostly well, except for Charley, who got kicked earlier today because of it.
What?
Yeah.
she says my
Charley?
mic got turned off.
Yeah.
Oh.
About 3/4 of the way through, some of the mics had on-off switches.
That was my mistake. I should have passed out non-switched mics.
And
Strike 2 for knock. What an idiot.
And yeah, Charley, I think,
I
was
must have
playing.
just, like,
and
bumped it or
so
something.
sorry for that. And the mic got turned off, but, at least you could still kind of understand what you're saying. But then it didn't end there. We took the party over to the pizza place just on the other side of the parking lot.
That was chill.
Woodstock Pizza. And got some food and hung out.
And a lot of beer.
And yeah, Charley closed the place out with us.
Yeah.
Like stayed there till about midnight.
Yep.
Really? They were open till that late?
I think they're open
God
later.
Yeah. No one kicked us out.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then got up the next morning, Sunday morning, to start all over again.
Yep.
Group breakfast for some of us
Right.
at the diner, and then open up the garage for an open house. Which fortunately we had plenty of food and drinks left we could put out.
And actually, the weather was great. Little cold,
Yes.
but the weather was clear. And then that's when we did a couple of group rides.
Yeah, well, some of you went out on group rides, and some of us brought out the mini bike and set up the obstacle course.
The jump.
Yeah, there were jumps and teeter-totters, and
It didn't take long to get out of hand. Jumping that electric bike.
It never does.
Yeah.
I
no.
got to try the Surron.
Oh, I know.
that's
How are you feeling about that now?
Oh, no, still.
And you have an
thinking
order in
about
now,
it.
right?
Oh, yeah. That's I can't. I'm not committing to buying anything with a seat that narrow.
yeah.
Yeah, just
Well, you're not going to go long distance with that thing. It's just,
you have a Super 73.
I do.
You're just going to rail
man.
around on the mountain bike trails at night. That's what you're going to do.
Yeah. So, another great time hanging out in the garage, and then it didn't end there. Then we went out for dinner back to Abbott Square, and got to hang out with a bunch of people still. And our friend Matt from Utah shared a story with me that I hope it's okay for him for me to share. Hey, Doug, do you mind running to my desk and grabbing? There's a patch and a coin on my desk.
That's great. Then I got to take off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mind grabbing that? Utah Matt, he won an award for a prize for longest distance riding to come.
Matt showed up on a very, very pretty BMW S1000 XR.
Yes.
The
Super cool bike.
really
cool
nice,
bike.
superb bike. Slightly more sit-up and beg version than the RR. Very powerful bike. And, of course, he'd ridden from Utah. And, he came in with a story, and he's got some history with us, some of which I remember, and some of which you remember, Liza. And it's peculiar that we both remember different parts of his story.
Yeah, so as we're sitting there, Charley was there for this, and Knock, you were there. Mm-hmm. He was saying, hey, I want to make sure you know how, how great it is what you're doing and how much you can impact and affect people's lives. Thanks, Doug. See ya.
Later, Doug.
Bye, Doug.
I'm going to pass this around for everyone to see. So he handed me 2 items. One is a patch, and this is a patch. He's a police officer, and this is from his department. And the other one is a challenge coin. We'll go this way or that way. Okay.
Oh, you got a challenge coin?
And a challenge coin, which is really cool.
What's a challenge coin?
Well, challenge coins are pretty cool. Armed forces, a lot of different groups like military and law enforcement, they have challenge coins. There's different codes to challenge coins, but basically you're supposed to have that on you at all times. That is representative of who you are and that group you belong to. And if, say, you're out at a bar and somebody knows that you're part of that group and they challenge you, do you have your coin on you? And if you don't, you have to buy a round of drinks.
So
There's different things to challenge coins, but that's an example. Anyway, this is why he gifted these to us, which will live here in the studio. He said, he goes, about 4 years ago, I was in a pretty bad accident. He was adventure riding in the Utah desert with a bunch of his buddies, and he's going along this dirt road, and it had kind of whoopsies, and he comes up over a hill, thinking it's just another little whoopsies, not realizing that it dropped down and to the right, but it dropped down and to the side, and he kind of got air because he came too fast over it, and as he said, he lawn darted down to the other side. And and when he's telling me this, and I'm like, I could completely picture it, and I'm like, did you send us a video? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, I remember watching this video of a crash and this story, and that then it was like, I think his buddies had to get a car or a truck out there to get him and load him in, get him to the hospital with his compound fracture and broken back.
Oh my god!
And other bits.
His leg was oozing apparently, and when they cut his boot off, it was that was what's holding it together.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Boot full of blood. Yeah, from the compound fracture. And he said, my wife emailed you guys.
Which I remember. Now, this is the part.
Yeah.
I vividly remember that email from his wife. Vividly.
And basically, he was in this place, as he described to me, in this place where he didn't know if he was going to ride again, work again, or walk again. He really didn't know. That's a bad place to be. So his wife reached out and said, hey, my husband was in an accident. It'd mean a lot if you gave him a call. And I guess we called him on the air. Does anyone else remember this?
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
You remember that? We called him and just chatted with him. He said that call meant so much to him. That was the thing he needed. That was just that little extra energy and support he needed just to kind of get through this. And that it made a huge difference to him. And it was really nice to have somebody to be able to give us that feedback and tell us. And that's why he's given us this patch and challenge coin, which will live here. And I really appreciate, Matt, that if you're listening, that you told us that story. That was great. But it's nice to know that sometimes we're not just total jackasses. Sometimes it means something,
Yeah, he's a really cool dude. I follow him on Instagram, and he does cool stuff. And it's just a super nice guy, like everybody. But yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, so we pretty much closed out Abbott Square that night. Charlie, you were just looking for somebody to hang out with because Mike was out of town.
Yeah.
Charlie was in it for the long haul.
Are we going to dinner? Are we going to dinner?
You guys doing anything after?
But there's something that Matt said that kind of made me think. He referred to that this weekend as Misfits Fantasy Camp. And I look back, there's a picture that I took of somebody when we were playing with the mini bikes. And it
Yes.
you know the picture I'm talking
I know
about?
the picture.
And this to me sums it up. Somebody who's like living the Misfits dream.
I think it's Eric.
Oh my!
That is Eric.
And, Emma, do you want to describe what's happening in this scene?
Shit, that picture.
Eric is a classic biker-looking guy. He's a big guy. He's got a beard. Can't remember if Eric's got tattoos. However, there is a picture. Oh God! There's a picture of Eric riding a mini bike, wearing a Motorcycles and Misfits T-shirt.
Yeah.
He's got a pink boa around his
That is
neck,
like the pinkest pink ever.
a pink gimp mask,
Yeah.
and a chrome helmet.
And what is he riding?
The electric mini bike.
And having a ball.
Oh, absolutely loving every minute of it. And this picture was taken seconds before he did an extremely dangerous teeter-totter jump.
With a gimp mask on. With zippers for eyes.
Well, but the gimp mask is made of leather, and then you have a 3/4 helmet. So in reality, it's a full face helmet at that point, right?
High protection.
Yeah. But I realized for a lot of listeners and people who show up that this to them is like, oh, these crazy misfits always doing stuff like this. And nobody dressed him up like this. I mean, he just grabbed the stuff that's all hanging around the garage. But to him, this was living the misfit dream, right? Yep. Having fun. Raymond, we need to get you in that gimp mask. You look good in it.
Anytime.
Yeah, okay.
You heard it here. I was waiting for somebody to ask.
You heard it here first.
So it brought up a question, and I pose this to everybody. Should we make this a yearly event? Misfits Fantasy Camp. Should we start a rally?
We should, but I think we're differing on the time of year.
I agree.
Because you want it to be midwinter, and I think that may be a mistake. I think of fall. Either fall or spring. We don't have to be high season. We don't have to do it in July. But the obvious choice to me would be late September, early October.
I'm
or
thinking
April, May.
October, November, because there's nothing else going on motorcycling.
Maybe I think that would be a good choice.
And that's when there's not a lot of people down at the boardwalk, but they still had rides open, you know? Yeah. Even on a rainy day.
And usually here on the Central Coast, we get a nice Indian summer. So the weather is changeable, but we might actually get really, really good weather.
I like the idea of people being able to come here when it's their off season to where they can't ride motorcycles.
Yeah.
Right.
Something they can do.
So, I mean, I think October would be, as opposed to doing it in the middle of winter, I think it'd be a really good bet.
Yeah, and like I thought, well, there's a lot of things we could do. We could send a group, maybe with Emma, who want to ride down to Big Sur and stop at Mototown. And then we could have another group who maybe go with John and Charlie and go ride, adventure enduros to Hollister Hills and then do a lap in Hollister Hills and then come back that we like doing. And then there could be a group going with like Knock and Jim riding up through the hills, going to Alice's. Like we could split up into smaller groups so they're all, good numbers. And then we could have one day of like, all right, Sunday morning chariot races in the parking lot, and
in front of the police station.
In front of the police.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do chariot races and then split off and do our group rides, and then we could do a big podcast again.
Yeah, a podcast in front of studio audience. Going down to the boardwalk, that was fun. There's so many things we could do. A trip up to the Jameson and the Moto Talbot. I mean, there's
there you go.
So many different rides and events. We could go do a moto food tour one day.
Laguna Seca.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, I am so close to Laguna Seca. I'm about a 5-minute ride from Laguna Seca. And you can get in any time.
Yeah.
You know, you can actually get in. You can't actually get on the track.
If you try hard enough.
But just seeing Laguna Seca, I mean, it's an amazing place.
So that's something I'm thinking about. You know,
combining with the numbnuts challenge.
You want to do it?
The numbnuts challenge has to be midwinter.
The last winner. Speaking of numbnuts,
actually, that
It was
was
January last year.
yeah, Matt and they were both here.
Yeah, it was
Matt and Sam.
Matt and Sam, yeah.
right.
Matt and Sam.
Yeah, they were both here.
And I said they cheated.
They split the money.
Conspired is what they did.
They split the prize money.
But talking about the prize, dear Antonio was the prize to me. Just stone cold sober, and then just got
Alfredo. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You stone cold sober, and then just got incredibly drunk in about 5 minutes. Wandered off down the street looking for somebody to fight in the middle of the night. It was just...
Also, going back to doing our little Misfits fantasy camp. Parking lot burlesque show.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Henry, yeah.
well, here's another thing you could do, and based on conversations I had with people, is make an appointment to have a custom seat made at Corbin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
On
visit
that
to the
Saturday.
Corbin factory. There's a lot of things. So anyway, I'm thinking of throwing that together.
Yeah, let us know.
I'm thinking maybe reaching out to our friend Matt from Breaking Away Adventures to maybe help me put that together.
Are you paying
we already
attention?
have a little spring date. We already have a little spring date set.
Matt, that might be a thing. One thing I know for sure, one place we won't be able to go is Death Valley.
Kind of far, isn't
Come
it?
on.
No, that's
not that
a little
far.
too far, but it wasn't too far for Jim and Matt, who just got back from there. You guys, you want to give us a ride report? Jim, I know you've been working up to this for quite a while, right?
Yeah, I'll give it a little preface. So, we've been doing more dirt biking and camping and adventure biking, and it's a lot of fun, right? We all love it. And there's a place on 395, which is the Eastern Sierras, the southern part of it, kind of about an hour and a half north of Mojave. And it's very beautiful, scenic, mountainous, all that kind of stuff. But it was kind of fun to go with someone like Craig and I last time we went down south of Barstow down there. It was fun to go with a wingman like Matt and share the experience with somebody. So it was great high desert adventure riding. But I think it'd be more. I want to hear what Matt's take on the whole thing was.
And this was big bike adventure too. You guys were on your GS. Matt, is yours 1250?
1200.
1200.
The 2014.
And the Africa Twin. Yeah. So Matt, what was your take on it?
It was something we planned pretty fully in terms of what we were going to do over 6 days between Alabama Hills and Death Valley, and we ended up doing maybe 10% of what we should set out to. It was just massive. Just the time to get places and the amount of time we had for daylight, there wasn't enough, and it was just incredible riding.
But how many times would you guys say your lives were in danger?
Well, I don't know.
Between collapsing mines and icy ruts.
I mean, danger. I don't know. Inside the mine was a little scary.
Yeah, the mine's a little freaky. Something we were talking about doing these trips, and we were loaded up, going to camp off the bike and all that stuff. And it was about 6 or 7 hours of a ride just to get to the destination, not to mention riding and everything else. And one thing I think adventure bike riding and camping does, it taps a lot of things that you have to be good at. Not good at, but prepared for, I'll say, is probably a better thing. Not only from loading up a bike, because I had a whole bunch of gear. Matt was a little bit better about packing, but I had too much stuff. And then riding a loaded up bike 7 hours, over mountain passes and freeways and all that crazy stuff. Temperature changes, elevation changes. Then getting to your destination, offloading everything, and then all the variety of riding, that you end up doing. So this area was pretty fascinating. A lot of people will know it. Most people will, because over 400 movies were filmed here.
Yeah.
The scenery is dramatic. It's high desert that goes, basically it's high desert valley that goes both directions. To the east is Death Valley, which kind of Matt alluded to is massive. And to the west is the Sierras, but Mount Whitney more notably. So it's a 14,000 foot peak. And
that's like the tallest on the continental U.S., right?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's tall though, dude.
Yeah.
I tell you what, and it just juts dramatically out of the desert. So probably, Emma, from your time, the first silent Western was filmed there, way back in the day.
Oh, yes. No, I remember. I was one of the senior crew members on that film.
But everything
Me and Buster Keaton.
from that to the Lone Ranger to
The spaghetti
Gunga
westerns.
Din, every Western you can imagine filmed
Oh,
there.
did you Iron Man?
So Iron Man, if people remember the scene from Iron Man where he's like, do you want to be feared or do you want to be respected? I think it was the Jericho weapon that blew up the whole mountain range.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you could actually camp literally where they
Supposed to
filmed
be
that movie.
Afghanistan.
Yeah, supposed to be Afghanistan. But it was so dramatically beautiful. The other thing that area is noted for, other things, the mining. So yeah, Matt had checked out a bunch of mines on Google Maps. Like these are abandoned mines.
Yeah.
There's no warning signs. There's kind of a difficult road to get up to them sometimes, and then just abandoned mines. And then you had Death Valley proper, which is just huge.
And you were showing me pictures. So some of the mines were like just small, like you're basically crawling through there, and it's all like collapsing and looks sketch as heck.
Well, it's interesting in these mines. There's like 10,000 abandoned mines in California alone.
Yeah.
And so most of them are just open. You can just fall in or whatever. And the first one we went to was really sketchy. I think we made it 20 feet in before we ran back out.
Do you remember the name of it?
And then on the map it says Old Cave Mine. Literally, Old
aptly
Cave Mine.
named.
And there's no like wiki page for it or anything. But the other one was actually on the BDR, Southern California BDR movie. And you can ride or drive. You can drive a full-size truck all the way down to the bottom and back.
Do you know about this, Ray? Have you been there?
Yeah, I've done it with Sierra Nevada.
Did you went in it?
Yeah.
How far? Did you go to the room?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude! You went deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many people were you with?
Oh, it was a reasonably large group, between like 13 and 14 people.
Okay. That's my excuse. That's a Gemini excuse.
Did you guys do Titus Canyon?
It was closed. That was closed.
Yeah.
Racetrack was closed. And really,
Bummer.
with the time we had, and we had decided not to do a lot of camping and just focus on spending all the daylight hours riding. We just
Good call.
didn't have the time and with the closures. So
Yeah, we rode a shitload too. I mean, the first day we explored the Alabama Hills area, more or less messing around, but rode like we were riding 7 hours a day. And then we did how many miles in Death Valley? Because Death Valley's big, and then you get there, and then you're like, holy shit, it's big and dramatic.
that was
But-
an easy 8-hour day.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good 4 hours there, and then all the different offshoots and stops, and we found an abandoned mine there. There wasn't really much protection from falling in there either, and it was pretty cool.
And the thing about Death Valley, I think one of the reasons it has that name, it's either way too hot or it's way too cold. There's never just right.
Well, and Matt had actually mapped out the dead German family from not even that long ago.
Liza knows that story. Remember, we heard that at Carrizo from Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So yeah, there's lots of bones buried out there, and there's some Manson family history out there. There's weeks and weeks and weeks worth of exploring that we need to go back and do. But the real highlight was just the amazing riding in the Alabama Hills area, even just away from kind of the normal manicured trails. Just some real fast moving, challenging, rocky, sandy. A lot of fun.
Yeah, in a short time, we had big elevation changes. We went from like 3,500 feet to over 6,000 feet, probably from 53 degrees to, it was what, below freezing when we got up to the snow line?
Oh, that's wild.
Oh yeah. Like 28.
Yeah, and you're out there. I mean, there's Lone Pine, the town, is not too far away, but when you're out in some of these places, you're out there.
So how challenging was the riding? Were there any bike drops?
Yeah, I dropped it like about an hour and a half into the very first day. I'll tell the story leading up to it. So Matt was down a different trail, and I'm just waiting for him. So I started practicing J turns. Right, this is like when you go fast on the bike, and then like a little kid, you skid and do a turn. And so I was messing around doing that. And then as I saw him coming closer, I was trying to turn around, and I went into some deep sand. And did you see me fall over?
I was like right in front of you.
Yeah.
You waited for me to get back. It was pretty good. but no, the even some of the sandy parts it was pretty coarse sand, and I didn't feel like we really couldn't get out of anything. There was one really sloppy, rocky hillside near mine that I was on the wrong road for, but other than that, I thought it was pretty easy.
Yeah, and the most difficult stuff was hill climbing things. And basically, we're trying to get up to a mine. And like most hill climbing, Craig's great at hill climbs. But like most of them, it's not so bad at the bottom. But as you get further up, it gets more choppy. And Matt's a better rider than I am. He could get a little bit higher in some places. But it was this thing where if you're on the pegs and you're on the throttle, you're going to pound your way through it. As soon as you sit down, you're fucked. You're just proper. You start bouncing around the rocks, and then you lose traction. Because we're on big, heavy bikes with pumped up tires and 50-50 road tires.
Feet are on the ground.
Yeah, hopefully they're on the ground, or your findings. But I had to back a bike down a hill, a little hill, but it took me probably 15, 20 minutes. But it's stuff you practice, and like you realize when you're out there, like adventure biking, you gotta have your shit together. You have to be good, but you have to be prepared. And like that time when I fell over in the sand, I realized what happened. It was kind of the cut, through the desert where there's like a 3-foot berm to your right. Mm-hmm. So as I fell this way, I kind of wanted to just kind of Superman off a little bit. Like how we do, you pop off the bike. But then my foot ended up pointing backwards towards the real wheel, because as I Supermaned, my leg got up against the berm and the bike pinned it as it pushed over. So I could feel my kind of leg getting twisted. I'm like, I hope this isn't going to be like a spiral fracture. Like I had that brief moment.
Yeah.
But the sand was soft, and I ended up just laying down. And Liza would have loved this because I got pinned under the bike face down, not just my leg, the way I was twisted, and like a buckle was hooked, so I couldn't pull it out. So I had to lay there face down on the sand, not moving until Matt came up.
Yeah, I know what that feels like.
Well, it sucked more for Matt than me. I'm sure he's like, holy shit, here we're for 2 hours and he's dead.
But that begs an interesting question, Jim, because I know you've been out there a lot on your own.
Mm-hmm.
What would have happened if Matt hadn't have been there?
Oh, yeah. Well, I would eventually got out, I think. I think more critically is what if I had a compound fracture?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Well,
which could have happened, right?
I had on your person, though.
And I wore my dirt bike boots, thank God, because I had like a slight strain out of it. Not a sprain, but it still hurts, swollen, and a crush from the bike.
Right.
But yeah, it's a good question.
But wearing the correct gear, but in a case like that, the correct gear might not have done you any favors, because, as you say, if a buckle gets caught and gets caught on the bike, I mean, theoretically, you could be trucked under there for days.
Riding with a buddy adds an immense level of safety.
Right.
I want to play this out. Let's say you were there alone, and let's say it was a compound fracture. Was this your right foot?
It was my right foot, yes.
Would you have been able to ride out?
No. A compound fracture? No.
You don't think so?
No, you're pushing a button, and you're pushing the SOS button and hoping someone drives by.
You also wouldn't be able to pick
your bone's coming out of your leg.
Oh, yeah, picking the bike up. That's...
And here's something to say. It's funny, like how the adventure bikes challenge you. Everything is hard. Like when I had to change the rear tube, it took 2.5 hours, incredibly arduous. Just turning a bike around, the adventure bikes. I mean, Ray knows. Yeah. You don't make a hill climb like we would hit these hill climbs, and there's super loose shale and rocks.
I hate those.
And all of a sudden you lose momentum, or you sit down, and then the tire will start spinning, and you're fucked. Well, all of a sudden you got this 500-pound bike on an incline that's nothing but loose shale and rock. Right, But again, if you're prepared and you're thoughtful, you can get out of it. But being with someone's great.
Well, and that's the big key right there, is going into it like that. The biggest challenge of a trip like that is going with somebody that you're like-minded, and you guys have similar skill levels and similar planning levels. Like Jim and I have been riding enough together to know what we're getting into, but I was really impressed with how prepared he was for the trip, and I was prepared, and so we were good to go. We made sure we got out every day as early as we could, before, sub 30 degrees, ready to go. And by the time we're out there, like 30 minutes, you don't even feel the cold anymore. Mm-hmm. And we had redundancies in the Garmin and the gear and all the safety and tools and everything else. So, all the what ifs were taken care of, unless we just went down that crevasse.
Yeah. And it's nice to have someone to bounce. Like you look at that and you're like, nope, and you look at the other, nope, and you can agree on that's a hard no kind of a thing.
Did you guys have hard luggage or soft luggage?
We weren't riding with any luggage, so we left the luggage during the day. Yeah, Liza.
So I have a question. I asked Jim this earlier, but I'll ask again and see what Matt's opinion. This was a great test of two different bikes, the Africa Twin and the GS. People say that the Africa Twins are maybe a little more dirt worthy than the GSs, but I wanted to see, since you guys were out there really putting them to test, what did you think? How did they compare?
Well, we have video proof of the speed test, right, Jim?
Oh, that's right. We had a drag race. You missed it in Death Valley. Oh, I forgot
we did
about
Death
that,
Valley
dude.
drag race. Yeah,
I'll pull it up.
I think we got it to like 115 before I laid off. I don't know. I'm so in love with my bike. It's a 2014 GS. It's nothing special. It's got almost 100,000 miles on it, and it just rides great. Jim was obviously super capable with his bike, and besides the one kind of dinky fall, like we got through a lot of tough stuff. I mean, they both seem great bikes.
So no obvious strengths or weaknesses in either of that.
No,
we both were kept talking about how we both wanted to be on a T7, Tenere 700, but
probably the
but I
only
mean, you know,
or 690.
the only real difference probably is
but
the
then
center
they're not bringing as much luggage with you. You may not have as much gas capacity. So, you know, I've been on lighter bikes, and the heavier bikes definitely have their challenges, but I love it.
Well, Jim did say that there was one area that he felt that the GS did prove itself to be better. And apparently there was a high wind situation where you felt...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, where you felt maybe the GS, because of the weight being lower, was more stable. Because
you and I had talked about it, but we were coming over to Tehachapi. I don't know what the name of the pass is, but it's a mountain pass. You got to get over, Tehachapi, and it was windy as fuck. And this is like a 4-lane highway, mountain highway with trucks and semis and trucks carrying trucks, and it was windy, and we were going at a pretty good clip. I mean, we were ready to get home. And I felt like I was fighting the wind the whole time. I mean, I had a bunch of luggage on the back of the bike and everything else. It was weighted down, but I was like battling the wind the whole time. And Matt just seemed to kind of cruise through it a lot more. And I was thinking that the BMW is probably just a better all around. The F Twin has a big 21-inch front wheel, and the weight's high, all that kind of stuff. And I think the Beamer just might be a better all around, motorbike.
Was it a GS or a GS Adventure, Matt?
It's just a regular GS.
Okay.
But as far as like capability, we talked a little bit about, because we were talking about tires and all that kind of shit. And tell me what you think, Matt. But I think it's the rider. The better rider you are, just the better rider you are. The other stuff doesn't matter quite so much.
It's funny because the first day of the trip, the first day we get out there, and we're both a little timid, even though we just rode together the previous weekend. Neither one of us had been in the dirt for a little bit, and it just takes like a few minutes to really get that feeling back. Yeah. And then the next day you're a little bit better, and the next day you're a little bit better. We were joking around about it. By the last day, we were both so comfortable. We were just flying down these trails. I mean, the confidence level was through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, and the riding again was super varied, a lot more varied than I thought. Death Valley I thought was going to be cool. It totally blew me away. It surpassed expectations. So if you are visiting in this area or you haven't been through Death Valley, do it. It is huge. It is massive, but the views were amazing. One of my favorite things, and Matt was great about doing the research on this, we saw the canyon where the pod racing was. So like the desert flats where they race the pod racers in Star Wars, and then the slot canyon and stuff. And you could believe, you can totally picture it. But Death Valley was, I mean, even if you just stay on the pavement, which we did for most of it, the roads were super curvy, amazing views. Yeah, Death Valley blew me away.
Nice. Well, Craig, you need to get a big bike so you can play with the big boys.
I know.
He doesn't want to get it dirty. He has a big bike. He doesn't want to admit it, though.
We're all
wheels.
nervous for that day.
I'm gonna dent those cast wheels. I need spoked wheels.
You're gonna crack them.
I have to
You're
imagine,
gonna get
though,
it.
just to roll it back for a second, I have to imagine that 21-inch front tire, once it gets hairier, the Africa Twin has to outperform the Beamer when it gets real off-road. Yeah,
that's what they say. It's a little more capable in the dirt.
But I suppose the rider, it does come back to the rider, but I have to imagine that.
Well, I mean, like easier. Matt was able to go up stuff I wasn't. I think, because Matt's a little better,
Are those wheels spoked on the BMW? Yes.
Yep.
But the GS series is an interesting kettle of fish.
Yeah.
everybody I know who owns them absolutely adores them. But when you actually look at its capability, as good a bike as it is, it's master of nothing. It's just very good at a lot of things. And I think that's what really makes it such a good bike. You know, on Emma and Kat's Alpine Adventure, a lot of people were riding GSs and GSAs, and every single one of them complained about what a big, heavy bike it was to muscle through the Alpine passes. However, when you're cruising, it's a superb place to be because it's big and rangy, and it just eats up the miles.
I've always found it to be very nimble around the curves.
Right, I think a lot of it, but you're quite fit, and I'm not suggesting that people on the trip were.
Bunch of weenies.
But once, if you
nobody would suggest that.
If you were hustling it through hairpins for like 9 hours, I think you'd tire of the weight a little bit, as nimble as it is. I was very, very happy with my 900.
I was impressed with GS because we got off roading a little bit, got off the off the trails and roads, and so we're trying to find a way to this massive quarry that was out in the middle of nowhere, and we were like just bouncing through some random deserty shit and washes and stuff, and the GS did great,
right?
Great fucking.
But
bike.
You say it's nimble, man. Do you think it's nimble full stop, or do you think it's nimble for a 1200? That's the question. Because
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and that's the real question, because it is a big lump of metal. You can slice it and dice it any way you want, but it's a big bike. It's physically a big bike.
Some of the smaller details make it a little easier. But,
but then so's the Africa Twin, so's the Multistrada. All the adventure bikes tend to be that, and Triumph Explorers are huge bloody things.
So I have a question. Maybe Emma or everyone else could chime in on this. I've really, really been getting moist for the Scrambler 1200. Do you guys think Matt and Jim, that would have been a good one?
A good bike.
Huh?
It doesn't look very comfortable for the long ride.
That might be a problem, huh?
It's
when
a cool bike,
once you
but
get to
not
Death Valley.
no.
Right. I think...
But not getting to.
Who's going to bring all your stuff for you?
Right,
That's
Jim.
the thing, you can't.
The mule.
But I tell you what, every 1200 Scrambler I've ridden is like, oh my God, this is a good bike.
It just says nowhere to put stuff.
Well, I think you'd have to think outside the box.
It's not an adventure bike.
If you got the pure hotel train, though,
not
and
an
I didn't have to
adventure
carry...
Just wear a really big backpack.
No.
No,
but it's good for
backpacking backpack.
Yeah.
It's good for jumping barbed wire fences.
That's about it.
Well, how tall are they?
Oh, they're tall. They're very tall.
Craig, I got a question for you. Are you wearing a heated vest?
I am.
It has a glowing logo that's changing color. Yes. It's very distracting. I've been looking at it like, what?
I can't take credit. Jim told me to get one when we went to the Mojave, so I did.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Hey, I have a game. Now this might not be a great game. I did a little testing out in the garage. And full disclosure, I dreamed of this game.
Oh God.
Yes.
Wow.
I dreamed of this game. It's not really motorcycle related, but it's kind of fun. And I'm going to try it. So,
I've shared a motel room with you, and based on your mumblings in the night, I think I know what you dream of.
I'm still
and it ain't pretty.
multitasking at night. And this
Direct
game,
from Liza's subconscious.
Yeah, this game is, I'm going to use John and Emma in this game.
Oh, God.
So,
use me and abuse me, darling.
John, is your mic on?
I don't think it's working. Is it?
Well, let's try. Let's make sure it's plugged in.
Yeah, I just did that.
Is it working?
Test.
No, you're not
Turn it
working.
Up. Turn it up.
You're not working, Johnny.
Test. There it is.
Oh, there you are.
There you go.
You'll come back.
Okay.
There we
So I'm calling this. I'm calling it a compatibility test. Knock, you had a different
Vibe check.
vibe check. here's how this game is going to play. You guys are going to play as a team, and we're going to see how compatible you are and if you think alike.
Oh.
And I need you, if you get 75% correct, then you are compatible.
Can we get married if it works?
So here's the thing.
I'm okay with that.
So here's the thing.
You have to wash my knickers, though.
We want prenup.
I will wash your knickers.
We want prenup.
So here's the thing.
And not sell them on eBay or anything.
Auction them for the orphans.
Well, you can't get money for them if they're washed.
Okay, this game. All right, John, you can't look at Emma. You have to look at me. So you're gonna have to turn. Yeah.
It's much better looking
All right.
at Emma.
So here's how it goes. This game is called On or In. That's easy, right? On or in. I have a bunch of words written down here, and I am going to say the word, and then you just need to say on or in.
All right.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Okay.
All right. So when I point to you, I want whichever one comes to you first, and it's easy. We're going to start with motorcycle.
On.
Okay. Car.
In.
Oh, in. Now I get it.
Sorry, I bet you are.
On a car?
There's no right or wrong.
car?
There's no right or wrong answer.
We're not judging.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. Now I understand.
Scooter.
On.
Submarine.
In.
Boat.
On.
In.
Oh. Canoe.
In.
Okay. Time.
On.
In.
Matt, you're playing along, but there's a delay, so it comes in after. It's so funny. All right. Top.
On.
Oh, okay. Trouble.
In.
All right. Train.
In.
In train?
In a train?
In a train.
In.
On a train.
You ride in a train.
Run a train.
No, you get on a train.
Damn.
All right, but you got the same. That's the
Are
thing.
you second guessing us,
No.
Liza?
I'm saying most people say on a train, not in a train. But you guys got it the same. You got it the same.
Yes.
All right.
What kind of train are we talking about?
All right. Well, we'll go. All right. We're continuing on.
It's a peace train.
Okay. Again, on or in. Building.
In.
Stage.
On.
You're killing me, Matt. Love.
In.
Topic.
On.
Ooh. The hunt.
In.
Ooh.
One.
I know, Bagel. So now you're on the hunt, not in the hunt. It could be either. The move.
On.
Ooh. The groove.
In.
Ooh. Drugs.
On.
Fire.
On.
Board.
In.
Wait a minute.
Well,
Inboard?
You both said in.
Yeah. No, inboard's a thing.
There's inboard
Could
and
go
outboard.
There's
either
inboard.
way.
Yeah, it could have gone either way. I wanted to see. You guys are extremely compatible.
Yes.
You only got 2 wrong out of 20.
Well, that means that's 90% compatible.
Wow.
You know, well,
Let's elope.
yeah. What? No. What are you? Wait a minute. Wait a minute now, John.
Yes.
You don't even like cats, though.
Ooh.
Do you?
Deal breaker.
I had something I wasn't going to say there.
All right.
No. Everybody knows that I've got 3
So
pussies.
it depends on the kind of cat. I'll just
No,
say
but
that.
I've got 3 pussies, and you just have to put up with them.
Okay.
I just need one.
Anyway, I don't know. For some reason, I was playing the on or in game in my head. Like, how is it that you're on a boat and in a canoe?
It came to you on a dream.
You know?
And for the record, I do like cats. I'm just allergic to them.
Okay, very good.
And like things like time. You can be on time or in
Right.
time.
In time, yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought it was a interesting little game.
And funnily enough, when you said train, I was more like in training more than on a train.
And I was thinking you ride in a train.
Yes. So, you know.
Well, now I want to go to Craig, who doesn't know why I'm looking at him this way. But
Don't
you
ask him about a train. I'll tell you that.
But no, Craig, you sent me an email. Your winter activities.
Oh, I did.
And I wanted you to fill us in.
Our winter newsletter.
Winter newsletter.
Yes. We put out a newsletter for Pacific Motorcycle Training for all of our former and current and future students. And sent it over to Liza. I thought she'd be interested in some of the topics we covered. And one of the main topics that was in the newsletter is preparing your motorcycle for winter.
What's that?
And winter gear.
We don't do that.
Right. So, but our brethren up in the Sierras might be doing that a few miles from here. And we just talked a little bit about giving some people some tips to stay warm here. Even here in the Bay Area, sometimes the temperature drops a little bit. So there's a lot of good options, because one of the most magnificent things that we have around here is our ability to ride 12 months of the year, which many of the people around the country are not so fortunate to be able to do. So, we just had some tips in there, some tricks. About some heated gear, heated gloves, heated vests like I'm wearing, and layering up. I know Jim commutes quite a bit in some inclement weather as well. He might have some other tips to add about what helps keep him nice and warm on the bike. But we just had a couple little things with that. And then we also have some upcoming classes that were in the newsletter. We're doing some intermediate riding clinics and an advanced riding clinic coming up in January. So those are the next classes for the higher level people. If you haven't taken it, you can check it out and sign up at pacificmotorcycletraining.com if you're interested in becoming a more skilled and safer rider out there.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I need to check that out. There's a lot of good stuff in there, but also, I mean, it just brings us back. The other thing, just a reminder to everyone: take more classes. Take more classes. Jim, how much are you applying things you learned in Jocelyn Snow's class?
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, and Charley, how much do you apply that you've learned on the track, on the street?
None of it. Yeah, just drag that elbow every turn. Classes are probably one of the best things you can do to prevent crashing and prevent injury and just make you overall safer rider, more skilled. I mean, and if you take a class and you don't learn anything, then that's like, oh shit, like that's worst case scenario. I mean,
and Henry, have you considered going to stuntman school?
Dude, he can teach stuntman school. He's already achieved status. He needs a cape.
Learn how to fall better.
So,
I've fallen plenty good.
We always tend to put the emphasis on practical training, but you should never underestimate the value of theoretical training as well. As a reminder, anybody who signs up for Emma and Kat's Alpine Adventure, included in the fee, is a course of the Yamaha Champ U riding school.
Oh, what? That's wild.
And I defy anyone to take that course and not be a better rider at the end of it.
That's a great course.
The Champ U course is great because it gets into the actual dynamics of riding, the dynamics of crashing, why we crash, why we extend ourselves. It's an incredible course.
Can I just stay home and watch Twist of the Wrist in Italian and kind of do the same thing?
That's amore.
Well, if you go to Pakistan, you'll learn how to dodge camels, goats, and the occasional truck.
Landslides.
Occasional.
Water. Yeah. I wanted to, I know it's early, but I wanted to get emails because we have so many, because there's basically the last 2 weeks of emails.
Yes, a backlog.
Bagel, did you get an email?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you start with the one? Now you've done it. Now you've done it.
Oh, now you've done it. and this says, well, thanks a lot. Due in no small part to your incessant nagging and cajoling, I recently redirected a significant chunk of my new bike fund into the Dolomites training tour.
Damn right you did.
Relacing my aging V-Strom will have to wait another year or so. My spouse was no help at all, complicitly encouraging my participation. No doubt she's on the motorcycle and Misfits payroll and is already burning through all that mad Patreon cash. I highly suspect she has plans for a major bedroom renovation in my absence, so my opinion won't stand in the way of outdated concepts like style and taste. I guess I'll see some of you in Munich come July. Whatever. Okay, seriously, I couldn't be more excited. My beleaguered wife is, I'm sure, already tiring of me talking about my impending alpine adventure. It's true that I had been saving up for the last couple of years for an anticipated bike purchase, but when I heard talk of the Dolomites tour, you got my interest. Listening to post-trip stories from Emma and the others set the hook, and within days I ponied up my deposit. Luckily, there were still a few spots available. Technically, I haven't secured the time off from work, but that's a problem for future me.
There's lots of jobs out there now, man. You're good.
I'll write him a sick note.
So now it's time to uncreate my college German textbook, start watching unending YouTube videos of Alpine switchbacks, and figure how I'm going to pack a week's worth of stuff on a BMW. Danke für nichts, Verlierer, Jeff Kirchman.
Nice.
Best money you've ever spent, Jeff. And the good news is, I'll show you a bedroom renovation in the Alps, mate.
That's amore. You're gonna replaster the walls.
Might there be a dance-off, pants-off, dance-off?
I think so.
Yeah.
May I suggest a pertinent phrase? Ach du lieber.
What does that mean?
Couple of things I want to talk about here is when we came up with the idea of this trip, we've had Kat on the show many, many times. And I've said to Kat over and over again, Kat, you do the most amazing tours, but they're simply out of reach of average motorcyclists. I want you to come up with a trip that is the cost of a cheap used bike. And he's done it. And that's exactly what it's done. And it's an absolutely great trip. Jeff, this is the best money you've ever spent. I guarantee you'll have an amazing time. You're going to have a lovely time. But the second thing, and you were quite confused about this, we're doing 2 trips this year.
What?
We're not doing one. We're actually doing 2. So the 9th to the 16th of July is a repeat of the 2022 trip. This is the Misfits training tour through the Dolomites. It's going to be exactly the same as the 2022 trip. We stay at the same hotel for 5 nights in Italy, and each day you plan your adventure. There's lots of adventures to do. It's an amazing trip. However, there's a second trip, and the second trip's a little more adventurous. This is the Curves and Castles trip, and this is going to go from the 17th through the 23rd.
You know what you're going to miss then?
What? Oh, vintage days.
Vintage motorcycle days.
Well, that happened last
and
year.
armor races at Laguna Seca.
Right.
Yeah.
But the second trip is really back to back from the training tour. So sign up for that one if you've got a little more adventure. Now, say it's a little more adventure. It's still geared to people who've never been outside America before.
Okay.
We're going to show you everything you need to do to travel on the continent. You can practice your schoolboy or schoolgirl German. We're going to be staying in Germany and Austria this time, but the difference, instead of staying at the hotel for 5 days, it's a new hotel every night. So you will be packing your shit on the bike as you go. So what I found on the training tour, I'd just put my purse and everything I needed in the top case, and the saddlebags, the panniers, stayed in my motel room for the entire 5 days. Now, you can't get away with that on the Curves and Castles tour. Everything's got to come with you every day.
And all the bikes have panniers on them?
Yes. Every single bike supplied by BMW, even the entry-level bikes, has got a top case and side cases. Top case, I think, is 40 litres, and the side case are 38. So you won't have any problem packing your gear. But you do need to be smart about it. The people who struggle the most were the couples, because, of course, you're packing for 2 people, not 1. The good news is there is a safe at the hotel in Munich. There's a locker room. So if you think, I really don't need this for the trip, you can leave it in the hotel in Munich. And, of course, that's where we come back to because that's where we return the bikes. So think about which trip you want to be on. They're both on the Leod Escapes website. Sign up for one, sign up for both. I'm going to be on both of them. I'm leaving for Germany on the 9th, and I'm not going to be back for 2 weeks. So I'm just going to take a very, very brief break in between trips, catch my breath, and then go straight into the Castles and Curves trip.
Ray, which one are you going to go on?
No, I'm thinking both, actually.
Well, Kat and myself will be on both, and dear Mouse is going to be on the second trip as well, and she's very excited about that. Mouse is Cat Sweetie, and she...
Get it?
Yes.
Cat and Mouse.
That's right. And she is very, very excited about the trip, as she needs to be. And something of the historian as well, so I think we're in for a treat.
You can find out more at Leod Escapes, Leod Escapes.com. Yeah, and you were right. They are both listed there.
Right, so that's the Misfits training tour, and then Curves and Castles.
All right, I got an email here to read. Remember a couple shows ago we were talking about separated at birth? So I believe that all bikes have a separated birth twin that's from the vehicle, car world, right?
Yes.
Right? And so I had people write in and tell us what they thought their bike's twin was.
I think this is a great game.
Yeah, so this is our friend Chris Comley. He's called in.
Oh, yeah, Chris is regular.
He says, for the question of what car my bikes are related to, here is the list for my fleet. So his 06 Sportster, he says, easy one. It's a 1970 Chevy Nova. They probably share the same level of technology. Neither are very fast, nor either can handle a corner, and both will run forever.
Yep, agreed.
His 2007 Sportster, he says, a little more difficult for me as the 2007 does have fuel injection. He didn't give a newer, is there a newer Chevy Nova?
No, I mean...
Dodge Dart.
I was going to... No.
The new Dodge Dart.
No, that's too feeble.
It's like a Dodge Challenger.
I was going to say a Charger or a Challenger.
Okay.
All
right, for his 1996 Heritage Softail,
yes,
he says its twin is a 1960s Olds Delmont 88 convertible. Both take a while to get up to speed. Neither can turn worth a damn. Both just glide over bumps on the road, and both are fun to drive. For his, pay attention, Matt, who's just left the room. 2016 BMW GS 1200.
He's running back.
He said, this
I'm
one...
I'm here.
He says, this one is tough since I don't have many miles on this bike. The bike is fast, handles pretty good, can go just about anywhere, and like me, has a weight problem. I had to do some research on this and came up with the Ariel Nomad.
What? Oh, yeah.
Not a direct comparison since the Ariel's light and the GS certainly isn't for an off-road bike, but it seems to hit the other categories very well. And finally, his 1974 Suzuki GT 550. He says the closest thing to this is a 1970 MGB.
No, I agree with that.
Both accelerate reasonably well, kind of turned, but our blaster drive, I'd be interested to hear Miss Emma's opinion on this one. And I want to hear, Matt or Raymond, what do you think a BMW GS 1200? What do you think
I'm going to answer this.
The twin in the car world.
I think Matt will go, what? And Raymond will go, yeah, that makes sense.
Right, let's see.
I think it's a Mercedes-Benz Unimog.
I was thinking what is the GL, the Mercedes?
The Geländewagen.
The G-Wagon, the G-Spot.
Right.
No, I think it's a Unimog.
I was thinking more of a Scout.
The Unimog will be better off.
I would have said like a Ford Raptor.
So the Unimog's like a Land Rover, but a lot more truck-like. And the Unimog's special feature is its left-hand drive, but the pedals and the steering wheel are on a rail, so you can actually convert it to right-hand drive.
That's neat.
Or sit in the middle.
And Unimog's fuck, so...
Well, let's keep it going. John, you have one there?
Yeah, this is from Dave Edmonds. Hi, Dave.
Wait a minute. Dave Edmunds.
David Edmunds, not the musician.
How do you know?
I knew the bride and she used to rock and roll.
Yes.
I bet it is Dave Edmunds.
Okay, well, David, actually. But, oh, well. Okay. Hey, Misfits.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hey.
Congrats on the 500th episode.
Thank you.
You asked for people that have a matched pair of bikes and they're separated at birth. Twin car. That's me. My Royal Enfield Meteor is a twin for a Honda Fit.
Yes.
Both are great small vehicles, making it in a big vehicle world. Not a ton of features, and they're bloody hell on the body on the freeway, but they're cheap and they're fun.
Yeah.
I have to add a couple more, though. I'm looking hard at a Himalayan, which I think is definitely the twin of an old first-gen Toyota 4Runner.
Yeah.
Thanks for the show. Here's to another 500 episodes, Dave.
And I am going to issue a challenge to Dave and any other Meteor owner. The first person who gets stickers made up for their side panels, that instead of MEMEOTER is MEATIER. It becomes a Meteor 350 and takes a picture of it. I will send them a prize of meat.
A meat prize.
Does anyone else have an email that has a long lost twin separated at birth? You got one, Knock? All right,
yeah,
let's go.
it's a little bit later in the email, but this is an email by our friend Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Ian.
Oh,
Ian.
yes. Emma, you know who this is.
Ian Vanek. Of course.
No,
Lindsay.
No.
Ian Lindsay. Anyways,
Yeah.
we'll go here. Hey, Misfits, just want to say congratulations on the 500th.
Thank you.
That was a huge accomplishment, not just for the 500th episode, but for 500 episodes that have undoubtedly given people a platform to express themselves through motorcycles and motorcycling. I'm sure there are many like me that enjoy being part of it all. The podcast brings a camaraderie ship to the forefront and allows people to shed their skin and involve themselves in something that they would otherwise may not have access to their communities. I'm a bit of a loner as well. I live in Florida. We all have plenty of bikes, but I can't buy a hill to save our lives. I went to the Dolomites tour.
How do you say that?
Dolomites.
That's some more.
Oh, ciao. You're going to
pronunciation.
meet Italian Spider-Man. Ciao.
Dolomites tour, and it was a life-changing experience for me. Awesome. That was great. My riding lifestyle and life-changing experience for my riding lifestyle, and I'm sure I made some lifelong friends. Plus, I'm a Triumph guy, and having access to British Master Mechanic for $10 a month. Come on.
Yeah.
Can't get any better, can it? Looking forward to the next 100 episodes. Cheers. Also, my bike is a Triumph Daytona 675.
Okay.
Car equivalent, Toyota Supra.
Agreed.
That's a good one, right? Yeah. Nice. Why? It's got all the right lines. I could stare at it all day. It's an acquired taste to get. It's an acquired taste that gets passed for the prestige of Ducatis, BMWs, Mercedes, but it can hold its own performance, looks, and quality. Sexy, sleek, uncomfortable. It has a soul, a ride that has a purpose, and it isn't for everyone. And congrats from Ian. Thank you.
I'm curious, Henry, since you haven't been here for a while, you have a bunch of interesting bikes. Pick one and tell us what its twin is.
Oh, God.
A Stelvio.
Oh.
It would probably be the Alfa Romeo Stelvio.
That's too easy.
That's okay.
Oh, seriously?
I know. I did put him on the spot. Ray, you got an email there to read?
I do have an email. My first one.
Yay.
Yeah, put your glasses on.
All right. Yeah. Sucks to get old. Dear Liza and Misfits,
Hey.
What a fantastic events show you threw last Saturday for the 500th podcast.
Thank you.
As a new, it's by Jason, by the way, is the
Hey, Jason.
writer. As a newer listener
yeah.
of the last few years, it was great to hear and see the original gangsters that started it all. I'm also glad it didn't suck.
It could have. Yeah, it definitely could have.
As I rode 2.5 hours in the rain to see everyone, and I found out that my new Apple Alpine Stars waterproof gloves will fail after getting deluged for 1 hour.
Oops.
It was great meeting all the other delinquent listeners over some pizza and beer afterwards, and even picked up some new Facebook friends.
Nice.
That said, has the Misfits thought about some kind of internet group that we could all contribute to and learn about fellow listeners and plan stuff? This would be something like a Facebook group, website, forum, or Discord. I'm willing to help create this if this stuff is confusing or you simply don't have the time. Everyone rocks, and thanks for putting this on. I hope something like this happens again soon and we don't have to wait another 9 years. Jason from Vacaville.
What do you guys think of that?
We just have the Recycle Garage Facebook
Yeah,
page,
but I mean,
right?
it's nice to have something personal where people can actually, say, "Hey, I'm whoever." I think it might be quite a good idea.
Do we have
actually.
a forum section on our webpage? Is there something?
No, I
that
don't have a forum on there.
Well, the only problem is you're going to have somebody to really monitor it.
I hear a volunteer. Thank you, Ray.
Moderator.
Moderate. Yeah.
Great job, Ray.
I'll ban everybody.
Way to step up, buddy.
I guess, yeah, Jason. If you want to start something, why not? Right?
Well,
if you want to be starting something.
Well, you could
Misfits fan page.
Misfits listener page. I think that'd be it. Misfits listener page.
Well, what is this Discord thing? Has anybody heard about
it's
it?
You
kind
could
of
always,
like a chat room thing.
if anybody's on Reddit, you could have a sub forum. I don't know.
What about, should we just start an OnlyFans?
Oh, yeah.
I think Naked Jim would be best
I got
for that.
plenty of pics of Jim to share.
It's all just sure.
Monetize that.
Jimbo's on there. The price just went from 5 to 25.
Well, I was going to say, Jimbo would cash
Jim.
millions from that.
All right.
Jimbo do customs too.
Yeah, my regular one's only 20. This one's another $5 and you get motorcycle advice.
All right. Emma, you got one there?
I do. And this is from an old friend from JR.
Hey, JR.
Hey, JR.
And
yes.
hello, we had a great time, and Ryan couldn't stop talking about the weekend.
Yay.
So Ryan
Yeah.
was the 13-year-old granddaughter of JR, and they rode together on a.
This is the picture I got of her.
She's been
Also
ruined.
in the Gimp mask.
In the Gimp mask.
Said, I'm just going to
God.
save this just in case.
First post on the Facebook group.
Yeah. Today, when we changed my rear tyre, I wasn't sure of the torque specs. Emma said she believed it was £25. I thought it was a bit light, but it would get me home, which indeed it did. I told her I would let her know when I got home, and it was 45. I really want to thank you all for the hospitality. Well, no, hang on.
Oh.
Because it's far more important that if you were to over-tighten it, you could really cause some damage. There's a nut's not going to come apart at 25 foot-pounds, but it might not have lasted 10,000 miles for the next tire change. So, no, I stand by it. You know.
What is it, like an axle hub?
No, it's like a car wheel.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a single-sided
nuts.
swing
Five
arm,
lugs.
and you've got 5 lug nuts, and you clack, 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 clack,
Gotcha.
clack. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd far rather under-torque something than over-torque. Because when you start over-torquing, you start stretching bolts get sheared,
String
aluminium
threads and
gets
hubs.
spider cracks, hubs get distorted, you know, it's a mess. But he clearly got home safely.
Cool.
And, Ryan had quite a good time. And the only time, I mean, me and Liza generally agree on most things, but I was absolutely adamant that Liza was hollering for a naked ride on Westcliff Drive
Yeah,
on
Sunday, people
on
wanted to
Sunday
make a ride.
when the sun was shining, and insisted that Ryan took part. And I said, Liza,
That's not true.
Well,
That's not true at all.
well, I know, but Ryan was there.
I know, and I said I would take care of her.
But nevertheless, I said, now look, we have a 13-year-old child whose guardian is elsewhere.
Yeah.
We're not going to do
And we also had
Put her in a Gimp
we
mask.
also had a gimp mask with zipper closed eyes.
For the course.
I could, I was just going to put her in the gimp mask.
Well, it's selective torture. Yeah, you could have just put her in the gimp mask and zip and shut everything, and then she
problem
wouldn't have.
solved.
Yeah, exactly. Or put it on back to front. You know.
Yeah. Anyway, they had fun, and we had fun with them too.
Right, exactly.
I'm glad he brought her.
Yeah, so am I.
All right, Charlie, you got one there to read?
Charley.
Yeah, I have the same email from David Edmonds that John read.
Oh, is it the same one?
Yeah.
Did he?
You want to reread it? Yeah, I can.
Is it?
Hey, Misfits, congrats on 500 episodes. You asked for people that have matched pairs bikes and their separated at birth twin car. That's me, my Royal Enfield Meteor.
Okay, you can stop. Thank you. All right, get printed. Wait. Doc, did I give one to you?
Yeah, I read
You
one.
read it. All right, Jim.
All right, here's a good one from Utah Matt.
Yay!
We're just talking about, hey Matt, hey there, Liza, and
bro.
various assorted misfits. This is Utah Matt writing in to thank you for a great 500th podcast weekend. Between Charley leading on a spirited ride in the hills and scoring a great Sammy at Corlitos Sausage to riding the coast and playing at the boardwalk with everybody, the weekend was a blast. Then there was the podcast. Utterly disappointing. No, I'm kidding. Then there was the podcast. It was really cool to see the Misfits from far and near gather to celebrate moments in the garage over the last 9+ years. Now I've got to call BS on the whole Sunny Santa Cruz shtick. Of course, nature had its own plans, but the jackassery couldn't be stopped. At least I didn't travel all the way from Cleveland, hoping for a sunny reprieve. And as I ran home, I couldn't stop thinking about the great weekend and friends made. I was equally happy when I woke up at home the next day to 4 inches of fresh snow on the roads. So I made it home just in time. So to make a short story long, this was a great weekend and another example of how motorcycles and the garage bring misfits together and strengthen our riding community. Cheers, and here's to more misfit moments and curvy roads. You've all got a bed to stay in and a bike to ride if you stop by. Thanks from Utah Matt, and a picture of frozen roads.
Aw.
So anyway, yeah, thanks, Matt. It was
Nice
great to meet you in
email,
person.
Matt.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
He's a good egg.
All right, let's
He's
go.
a good egg.
Let's go. I'm going to save you, Craig. Henry, you have one there?
Yes, I have one from Christopher. Hello, Misfits.
Hello, Christopher.
Hello, Christopher.
I'm just finishing up on my first full build, a Yamaha 600 Spatial that now is a nice looking cafe that it will be going to my son James. This will be his first bike other than the 125 that we ride. This bike took over 3 years to build.
Wow.
Because I have bad ADHD, I would do one thing and then redo it and then do that and then redo that.
Yep.
Then going back and looking over the bike over and over. Well, this week she finally will be going to get a safety inspection, and all the while I'll have you guys playing in the background. You guys rock and made the time pass. Just want to thank you guys, and Emma, so envious of your knowledge and motorcycles. It's insane. All the best from Christopher in Philadelphia.
Oh,
thanks.
lovely, Christopher.
Don't take it apart again. Don't take it apart again. It's good.
And then this last one, Craig, you know the routine. You have to read it in the accent of the person who wrote it.
Okay. Luciano Santa Rosa.
Oh, Luciano.
Good day from Oz. I recently heard your lengthy analysis of the Humble CT series of motorcycles and thought I could contribute to the flood of information regarding this beastie. I've spent 25 years riding the CT 110 and the NOZ NCX 110 as a postal delivery officer.
The postie bike.
AKA Postie.
Nice.
Australia Post has a long history of mechanized delivery options, from the humble single
just
gear
got
bicycle.
No, he's from the
He
Irish
does
part of
pre-immigrant.
Australia.
Is he Italian? Is he Australian? What is he?
Oh boy, this guy gets around.
We are international people here.
to now electric tricycle thingies. Before the CT was employed,
Oh, he's German now.
Oi!
Look like there's sheep on the Barbie.
Oi!
He's lost it.
Before the CT was employed, Post tried Vespas but found them fragile and unreliable.
What?
Bagel.
Shot fired! Shot fired!
The CT110 was based on the farm model 90cc, high-low range, 4-speed gearbox, and no clutch lever. Bored out of a 109 cc.
You got Wisconsin
Single 4-speed, big bags and a top box behind the seat. This powerhouse serviced millions of people for decades in all the weathers and road conditions. Its successor is a sleeved down to 108cc version of the Super Cub. I have to say, the Super Cub is both bad and good.
Ooh, an enigma.
Like the suspense.
I know.
12-volt electrics are good. CT was 6-volt. Fuel injection is good. Mostly. CT had the carby. No real problem with it. Fuel quality has to be near perfect for the Cub, or else she no go.
Wait, where are we at now?
He's Mexican now.
Oh gosh. Sí, no go you.
CT will run on the smell of an oily rag. Cub final drive chain is fully enclosed. Don't lose the inspection hole bung. Or the lightweight bicycle chain will wear out very fast. Side stand springs would just disappear on the Cub. Finally, the cam chain system on the Cub would need replacing or renewal about 25,000 kilometers. Never had a problem with the CT.
Did he just become Dracula?
I'm going to suck your blood.
Thanks.
Best email all night.
Thanks for a great podcast. Keep them rubber side down and hang out in the twisties. Regards, Luciano. P.S. Check out Posty Bikes Australia on the web.
I love.
I'll get do it
Yes.
right now.
Luciana. I love
So
her favorite.
here's
it's our favorite
something.
new writer.
I'm sure you know about this. You know
Yes.
about the Posty Bike Challenge.
Oh, absolutely.
So, do you know about this, Raymond? You
No.
might be into this. So there's a thing, the Posty Bike Challenge. It's been happening since 2002. So Posty Bikes are these little CT bikes that once they're retired, they
very
go off
plentiful.
to auction. They're everywhere. So these people have started a thing called the Posty Bike Challenge in Australia, where for the price of, it's about a little less than $6,000. 60 people enter, and they give you a bike. They give you a mechanic workshop every night to fix things.
That's part of the program.
You get meals. It's a 10-day adventure. You get a luggage truck, first aid staff, and they take you on a long-distance tour across Australia
Ooh,
on
that's cool.
Posty bikes.
Isn't it like 3,000
that's
miles?
rad.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
easy.
Okay, so
3,500 kilometers.
Yeah.
all right. So if the
Oh my God.
wildlife in Australia doesn't kill you first, riding the Posty bikes should, right? Like I'm super down with that.
And they say it's all inclusive. You turn up with your luggage on day one, and they look after the rest.
That's awesome. man.
And it looks like it's happening this in 2023. They're going from Brisbane to Darwin via Hell's Gate.
Wow.
Okay, that's awesome.
September 2nd through 13th of 2023. The Posty Bike Challenge.
Well, that's springtime. That's springtime.
What,
for
these
them.
are just little,
Yep.
like 125s or something.
Yeah, and riding on, there's some gnarly roads and stuff. They're showing like snow on the side of the
Yeah.
road and dirt roads.
It looks like they raise money for charity. There's a whole
And
list of
it raises
charities
money,
that they
exactly.
raise money for, like good stuff.
Yeah, postybikechallenge.org, which it's a thing. It's a cool thing.
From Brisbane to where now? Darwin?
Yeah, via Hell's Gate, did it say?
Right.
Yeah, via Hell's Gate.
You know, Australia, really is the biggest island on the globe.
Yeah.
And it's unique in many, many ways. I've been a couple of times many, many years ago, and it's nowhere near anything. Huge Japanese influence. If you go to any of the cities, all the big malls are owned by Japanese companies. And they throw out all the stops. I mean, I was at this mall in Melbourne. It was owned by Seiko. And they had this just amazing clock which stood about 50 feet tall, and the whole, on the hour, the whole front of the clock had opened up and figures had come out and do various things. And, but they look for unique challenges to problems, and delivering the mail was a unique problem. So hence they come up with this bike that's unique for that job, and incredibly successful at it. And so, of course, now they're plentiful.
Yeah.
Because they do get retired out like all government vehicles. But to all intents and purposes, they gave super sterling service.
Yeah, that's something we need to cover, but maybe we need to send Raymond there and he can come back and give a report.
Maybe we
I
need
want to see
to.
Raymond do 3,000 kilometers on a CT90 or 110, whatever it is.
I think we
Gonna have
need,
some upgraded suspension.
no, we need to send Craig there to work on the accent.
He's gonna get stabbed. You making fun of me?
It's a knife.
Oh my word. Well, I wanted to thank everyone for sending in emails. Keep them coming, please.
Oh yes,
Love them.
I'd like to hear more of the separated at birth. I want to hear what people's bikes and cars twins are.
Feed me,
I
Seymour.
think that every bike has a twin. For instance, I'm just going to say I'm looking at the Easy Rider chopper.
Oh,
What do you guys think would be its twin?
I don't know.
Easy Rider
I mean,
chopper, something like a tea bucket.
Mechanically, the bike or the cultural identity.
I'm
of
thinking
that?
like
gotta be both.
America.
I'm thinking like
Low rider.
the Batmobile.
Well, it's got to be America. And
Well, no, it's
lowriders-
America.
It's kind of a hot rod.
Yeah, it's like a hot rod
Somebody a
tea
hot
bucket
rod.
with like a supercharged V8 in it.
I got it. I got it. Greased lightning.
Oh God!
No.
What's my XR?
Your XR650.
Yeah,
Land Rover.
Land Rover. I was thinking a Subaru
Well, the
WRX
Supermoto?
or something.
Not
It's
like a
it's
trophy
like
truck.
it's
A
like the
trophy
Hello
truck.
Kitty Hi-Ace.
Yeah, let's go. I'm there. Let's go. I want the tiny wheels. Hell yeah.
Tiny wheels with mutters.
That's a shout out to Phil. Which brings me around. I wanted to give a big thanks to everyone who came out to our 500th and to John for helping do the sound, Charley
John.
and everyone, Henry, everyone who came.
We appreciate
helped
that so
set
much.
up. But especially to Phil, who was our special guest, because he is one of us as well. But I also
Yeah.
have to give a big thanks to our friends at Law Tigers.
They're great. Wow, really? You're still on that, huh?
Yeah, no, they help pay for the theater. It's a big expense. So
Oh shit!
They help.
Well, thank you, Law Tigers. Rawr.
It's supposed to be Law Tigers.
But thankfully we didn't have any accidents, so no one needed to call Law Tigers.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it would have been the first call.
We could change that.
Phil was great. He was. He had a lot of fun. I told him he was a perfect tool all weekend. I just put him where I wanted people to go, and they went.
He's a tool.
And he entertained people. He was a trooper, except for the part, was it Sunday, where he disappeared for a couple hours. He had to take a nap. We wore him out.
Yeah.
He was like, he seemed relieved to arrive and relieved to leave at the same time.
I think so. And Matt and Jim and Charley for taking people on rides. I mean, the 500th celebration was no different than the podcast every week. It's not just me putting it on. I kind of coordinate stuff and create stuff, but I rely on all the people to help make this happen. And then for all the listeners to enjoy it.
Yeah, and if you come any weekend, you're going to get an identical experience.
We love you
Pretty
too,
much.
Liza.
Well, no, so yeah, a big thanks to everyone. It was a great event. I think that we're ready to go. Did anyone have any last announcements? Go take more classes. Thanks, Law Tigers.
I'm a sick Jigsaw rider now, bro.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Yeah, and I'm guessing we're going to get updates on Bagel's new scooter as it gets pieced back to
Oh,
the-
I have a
yeah.
question for you, Bagel, which you didn't
Yes,
really
Emma.
specify.
Yes.
Is that a brand new bike that has not been ridden and been cannibalized, or has it done any miles?
It has done some miles. There's a little bit of splash underneath, but not a lot.
The odometer's gone, so
this-
it's hard to know.
Well, yeah, the speedometer's gone, so I have no idea how many miles. I really wish I still had it.
But
And
probably-
I'm hoping.
Sub 500 miles.
Oh, I would think so. Yeah, this was an
Wow.
exhibition model, and it was probably driven around to shows and let people take test rides on it and stuff, and that was about it. And then it was probably stashed at the factory for years after that, and eventually it ended up at San Francisco Scooter Center.
What's your plans
And-
for it?
Well, I would like to restore it back to its former glory.
That would
now,
make a good
this is-
Bieber bike.
Oh no, God no. Now, this is going to be a challenge because this is a pre-production bike, and it had very unique parts on here. Like, for example, the left rear turn signal that is on here has no markings on the lens whatsoever. But the right side cowl was missing. This is from a different Bajaj that's on there right now. And it, so I would like to see if I might be able to still find that turn signal that's out there somewhere that had been taken off of this bike and, replaced somebody else's on somebody else's bike that had gotten broken.
Well, this would be an ideal forum for you to actually put that out there. If you have parts at home for a Bajaj Chitak,
the first Bajaj.
So
he's probably got in San Francisco with the entire box sitting in his closet right now.
So Emma, would you say that he's on the hunt or in the hunt?
Ooh, he's in the hunt now.
I'm deep in the hunt,
like the wolf.
Well, I hope it's not raining too bad. I know some of you still have to ride home. So, thank you everybody for coming out, participating, getting us to 500. Whew, we're on the backside now. It's just a downhill slide from there.
Now we have to phone it in, literally.
Basically. All right. Thank you, everybody. All right. So this will be fun. We'll figure this out. Thanks, everybody. This is Liza.
Ray.
Stumpy John.
Emma Darling.
Charley.
Mr. Bing Bong himself.
Look at Jim, son.
Craig.
Henry.
You need a nickname.
Bagel.
Matt.
And we are out of here.
Cool.